My former best friend is a child predator, and I had no idea. They always say it is the person you least expect, and I never saw it coming. Mr. M and I were teachers in a small urban city in NJ. He was a history teacher, and I was an English teacher, and we were great at connecting with our students. Him, apparently at a different level. He was younger than me, and newer to the school district than I was, so we didn't even talk for the first couple of years, but I noticed him everywhere, and how eager he was to participate in all student activities. He was at every talent show, lip sync battle, and at each school dance. It wasn't a surprise when he won Teacher of the Year because he was one of the most loved teachers in the school. I respected his dedication to the students, so we hit it off right off the bat. Once we finally met, we worked incredibly well together. We shared many of the same students, so we talked all the time. We talked about everything: work, our families, his dating life, and how he almost married a girl when he started teaching, but she broke up with him in an email. I remember thinking, what a bitch. Who the F breaks up with someone in an email? I should have seen that as a red flag. He only taught in the district for 5 or 6 years before moving to England. After he moved, we still kept in touch. He always talked about how much he missed the students in the town and was depressed about moving. I used to feel so bad for him cause I was a blind idiot, but also because he was all alone, and we were in the middle of the pandemic. That was until I found out the truth. One night one of my students messaged me on saying, "Miss, what is wrong with Mr. M?" At first I thought she heard he was being emo about moving to England, but instead she said Mr. M is sending weird pictures to students and trying to get with them. She sent me a screenshot from her friend, another of my former students, of a conversation that my best friend sent to her. He also taught her when she was 15. He was talking about how gorgeous she was, and if she ever thinks about him in that way, and if she did, maybe she should. With all the fury of God in me, I messaged the mother after her, and would you believe he tried to deny the whole thing? He claimed he didn't mean it in that way. What other effing way could he possibly mean it? I threatened to report him if I heard he ever messaged my students, or any student again, but that wasn't enough for me. I felt so betrayed and stupid for not seeing the signs that I decided to post about it on Instagram. I wrote, "It is not okay for a teacher or former teacher to hit on a student," and you would not believe what happened next. My inbox was flooded with messages from so many students over the years confessing. He slid into their messages, commenting on their pictures, sending snaps of himself shirtless in the bed, and asking for pictures in return. And he did this for years, and I had not a fucking clue. I reported it to the school. No surprise they did nothing. I have not spoken to him since that day. It's been 5 years, but every once in a while, I think of him and how he got away with it, and it makes my blood boil. Now he is teaching at a small academy in Littleport, England. Maybe I should call the school and tell them how that motherfucker can't be trusted around kids. I really hope this story gets to him, just so he remembers that I can still blow up his life if I wanted to.